And I am live. Good evening, everybody. It is November 24th, 2019, Sunday evening here on the Rancho. And welcome to each and every one of you. I hope that you have had a great day. Love Jones, Matadone, Amy's Life, Kim C, Sammy Jacks, Be Still My Beating Heart. How you doing, sweetheart? Hello, Nature Man. How are you? Nice to see you. I hope everybody had a great has had a great Sunday. Just trying to do just a few things. Penny Pincher, Charla, hello. Welcome to you. Oh, I've missed you immensely, honey. You don't even know. Make sure to send that 8 by 10 for Christmas, okay? Hey, Ginger. Hello, Vicky. Nice to see you. Hello, Eddie. Good evening to you. Lolly Cunningham. Nice to see you over here. Enjoy seeing Lolly around the chats. Hello, Cheryl. Kim C, how are you doing? Missy, I hope your update is on your pop. Hello, Vanessa. Vanessa, how are you doing? Jan Flowers, love the outfit, cute hat. I'm getting ready for the cowgirl cowboy cruise, Sammy Jacks. I was sitting like a shopper on Black Friday waiting for your live. I was watching on Elvis but can't say hello to you there. Hello, Mike Jordan. How you doing? Hello, Lemon Day. Oh boy, yeah, it's tight rules and regulations over there. I'm more of anything goes. How you doing, Spanky? Hello, Fours. How are you? Nice to see you. Fours, I enjoyed your morning chooch with Mike and Mills on there today. Good job as usual by you. Hello, Monique. How are you, love? Nice to see you. Very nice job, four scores. Very nice job. Hello, Mouse Toes. Good evening to you. Oh boy, was chatting with Deb on her new channel. Yes, I saw you over there, Golden State. Hopefully she will get her channel back. Sherry, hello. He's about the same today. White blood cell count up a little bit, but his INR was 6.9. Okay, Shay, how are you? Yeah, I know. I don't know. I feel bad, Spanky. Thank you, Karina. It's hard to keep up. I've been so busy here with this van build. Has been very dominating, as you can imagine. And since we're in the shorter days, the days are growing shorter. It's very difficult to get a lot accomplished when everything has to be, you have to do a lot of precision work on that. Yep, awesome. That's what I say. I was watching you guys today working on the Lisa Marie. I didn't go live. I didn't do a video on it, but it was a very significant day there. But I just want to put this out here. I'm not sure if I'll be live tomorrow night or not because I'm getting away super early on Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be on the road at 4 a.m. Hello, spirits. And I just want to tell you guys how much, hey Toots, how much it's a week of thanks for me. I've met so many wonderful people both in real life and on YouTube. I'm seeing four scores in here. I had the pleasure of meeting him and Spanky and just so many people that I've met over the years. New people that have come into my life. Kim C, who I love dearly. Mouse Toes, who I've known years. Mark Handler, met him in person. Hello, Mark. And I just want to tell you guys, number one, and most importantly, how great you've been for my life, and how incredible the YouTube experience has been for me over so many years. Hello, Judith. I think perhaps this is maybe the sixth time I've sat here on YouTube at Thanksgiving week and done some type of tribute. And with all, hey Jay, and with all the things going on YouTube, the axe hanging over the heads on December 10th, you never know. You never really know. You can wake up that one day and bam, it's happened to me 5 times on YouTube over the years, and it's never a pleasant experience. Hello, Hop Frog. Yeah, I've had a very good YouTube year. Monique. It's people like Vanessa over there in the UK. I've known for several years now. Johnny West, Vicky Victoria. Almost, well, she's like a brat. She's like my little brat sister up there. I know, and we kind of text back and forth. There's not many people I'm texting on the daily, but she's one of them. She's enriched my life so much, and see, she has such a big heart. I have to go run and go make dinner. Okay, Amy. Cool, cool, cool. So I just, first and foremost, it is the week for me to say thank you. I don't expect I'll be live again until I may be live during the day or do a pre-recorded on the van work. But it's my chance on a live to tell all of you how much you mean to me. In a sea of what's become a very negative, buoyant place in so many ways. It's amazing to me that people come in here and can pull positive and just enjoy themselves and not have to worry about, drama and things like that. YouTube is dead with these new compliances for COPA. It's totally BS. Well, we don't know really how it's going to play out. Like I say, if you want people to change in a major way, and you want people to sweep their channels clean, the best thing you do is what they're doing now. You put the unknown threat out there, and that swings people into action like crazy. Hello, Judith. Let's see. Miguel says, guess what, Rosie? Today I was watching Thanksgiving of Horror, The Simpsons on Fox, because the episode is so nice. Yeah, that's cool, Miguel. Thanksgiving of Horrors. I'll be sure to put that on my watch list. How you doing, Marcus? So I wanted to say this week, thank you to you guys. As I say, there may not be a chance for me to be live again until Friday night. I know you're going to take a deep breath. My detractors are going to say the airwaves are clear. Yay! No Rosie doing live streams and whatever will we do? Well, you'll be challenged to find something to talk about. Hello, JP. Hello, Andrew. Nice to see you. Taraboo. I'm thankful for you in my life, Taraboo. You've meant so much to me for so many years. Well on almost 7 years now, I've had Tara in my life and met her too many times. Yeah, I know, Missy. Met her too many times, so many times I can't even count. You've seen her, you've seen how lovely Tara is, and these are the people that make YouTube so fun for me. I know that drama sells, and it's a hard thing to get away. It's a hard thing to get away from. But I think hey Missy, as some people have discovered, that unless you really work hard to build a channel and build a following, then if you insist on using the low-hanging fruits of drama or rumor or gossip to build a channel, you'll quickly discover that unless you can bring that to market every single day, you'll be very challenged. It's like the Wizard of Oz, where Toto runs over and pulls the curtain beside, and there's the wizard behind, running all the gears and dolls and the wheels and things, and you really see there's nothing of substance to the channel. In other words, it's difficult if you can't talk about other people or what's going on in their lives. Then you're really exposed, the curtain is pulled back to see what you're really all about, and the reality is, and I'm just going to put it out there, I have what I think is a very interesting life on a daily basis. I went back today, I was picking out videos from 2013 to re-upload, so you'll have something to chew on in the morning, and I just found myself laughing. A video about my old dog Wolfie, video about the neighborhood flasher encounter that I had, and I mean, there's just so many fun things that have happened in my life. And I remember when I first joined YouTube, and I was looking at it on January 3rd, 2012, no, 2013. And I remember YouTube used to have that thing, broadcast your life. And I don't think there's anybody that's broadcast more of their life over almost 7 years than I have. And the proof is in the pudding that people enjoy it. Yeah, I know you miss Wolfie. No, he didn't have orange shorts. Hello, Olivia. So it's always fun to look back and see some of these throwback videos. I'm not going to do an intro to each one. I'll just have it in the title. I think that you'll enjoy. You'll have a few laughs, and it's something that I want to get back to, the chooching, and broaden out the channel once again. I've got a big project on my hands here with the Lisa Marie. When you have somebody's, thank you, Missy. Thank you, Johnny. When you have somebody's home in your hands, literally, it's a big responsibility. And I'm sitting there today, laying on the ground under the coach. I swore I wouldn't work under the coach, and I'm running wire along the chassis frame, and I look like I just fell out of a coal mine. And I'm just thinking to myself how easy it would be to just do things halfway and to just cut corners. And then I think, hey, you know what? You may not like Elvis. You may like Elvis. You may find him entertaining. You may find him appalling. But there's a big responsibility of working on a motor coach, which is effectively somebody's home. And it kind of drives me to go the extra mile and to try to take care and to do the very best that I can, particularly today, when doing the last of the rough-in electrical work and taking the extra time to upgrade the size of the wire that's being used so that no matter if Marshall mismatches the wrong appliance with this, it won't blow up anything. It won't blow up anything in a rig. In other words, it's like Fort Knox. And I know that has dominated my life. And I know a lot of people. Hello, Rico. I know a lot of people like Monique, my friend Nicole. It's been a trying time for them, but it should not be a surprise that I've always gone my own way on YouTube and done my own thing. And people have followed and watched that. And for the most part, it's been very positive. Karina said he just doesn't seem grateful for your hard work. I think it's not so much not grateful. It's just not being conversant or not being, I don't want to say educated, but just not, it's several pay grades above what he's used to doing as an RVer, running 12 volt, running 120 around coaches. It's a very, hello, Michael. It's not something that you can take time and slow down and explain every little thing that you're doing, or you'll be there forever. Yes, it's been a slow process, but people, people have stood by me, and I appreciate when he says, I don't like how he treats you. I told him, and I think a lot of people sitting around the fire, why doesn't Rosie call out this or that? Well, number one, I don't know what the word would be. I'm a very, I don't want to say gracious person, but I just try to accept and see the good things in people and to build on those type of things. And I never get bent out of shape. Maybe it was the way that I was raised, the community I was raised in, the large family environment, that you had to have a ton of give and take. And it wasn't seemingly a selfish time like we live in today. It wasn't a time when people seem to be so invested in other people, and YouTube allows us to do that, to bring many eyes upon a life. Yeah, I can handle, and it doesn't really bother me. I know a lot of the ladies out there would like to get a 22-pound sledge. You are that close to me, Monique. You know, to take a 22-pound sledge and go for broke on chasing around around the yard, and I'm going to try to find that video where I had my bikini tuck or whatever, and I wasn't supposed to work for a week, and Missy Jen caught me working out in the yard. I have a nice video set to, I think, Benny Hill chasing me all around the yard and all that. Vicky says, disrespect is more than I can handle. I don't really feel, honestly, I don't feel disrespected, you know. Maybe because of the number of years that I've been around. A lot of people have only been around for a year, some 6 months, some less than that. Hello, Yosemite. two sticks of dynamite. Yeah, there it is, Karina. There's just, the world is made up of so many different people and so many cultural backgrounds. And the only way I know you'll never change somebody's basic nature, but the only way I know in life is to just hope by trying to be positive and set a positive example that he and others might see the rewards that accrue to that. The rewards of happiness. Hey, hippie, the rewards of happiness that comes from that on a daily basis. I mean, there's hardly been a day. I could probably count them on one hand the number of days that I've come on YouTube and been in anything except a good mood. And I think that has to do with seeing the best of what people have in them and not automatically keying down on the worst. You know, appreciating people for what they do bring to the table, not what they fail to bring to the table. I know you do, Monique, and I love you, honey. You've got a strong constitution. You have very strong opinions about things, and I admire you for that. But we're all made differently. So I know it's been a trying time for a measure of people on the channel, and I just want to say thank you for still being along. I know I've lost some people along the way, but I've gained new people too. And yes, there are the people that enjoy the content of Elvis and I chooching together and working. Do you have any interest in doing school lead? That would be a challenge. Hey, Lori. Let me see what Lori's always worth seeing here. Everyone sees him being rude to you. I love when you make I just kind of roll my. I just kind of roll my. Cheryl, I would ask you that question because obviously, Cheryl S., you're watching him every single day, so there must be something captivating. There must be something captivating about his persona and his channel that draws you to it on a daily basis. You know, I always scratch my head about that. I'm interested in it, Spanky, for sure. I just have to catch up on a lot of stuff here. Let me check something out. You see something here. I want to see what this Spankster. Yeah, I'm going to check that out, Spanky. And I would hope a lot of people would subscribe to Spanky's channel. He's a real nice guy in person. I will check it out, Spanky. Well, it's just like Sherilyn. It's okay. You know, it's survivable for all of us, and we're all going to do our own thing. But tonight's my night to say thank you first and foremost. That how much I enjoy being on here and how thankful I am to have you guys. You and I chooch better, Rosie. Ask Mo. I even let you plug into my power pack down there you know. Y'all need another chooch stream. We will. Yep. We absolutely will. I think I got Spanky on here. Hold on a minute, Spanky. I got to cut you off, man. Poor Spanky, you know. Yeah, check out Spanky. I met him in person in Cheyenne. He held my hand that night where I lost my keys amongst the thousands of people at the Cheyenne Frontier Days. Mark H., what can I say about Mark Handler? To be at my side and to be quiet strength, total acceptance of Missy, Jen, and myself. A veteran of the United States Air Force, and just somebody that I'm so proud to call a friend. Does amazing things. Meets me, takes me on a tour around Omaha, and then on the return trip back to California, he makes a special stop to pick up Italian rolls for me and a drink, so that I don't have to slow down and can make time. I mean, it's absolutely amazing to me. People like that in my life. Mr. Z is another one, and Mr. Z's whole crew. The kindness that they do, the kindness that they extend to me, the people I've met, the Debbie Lynn's in life, the Francises, the TR preppers. I don't see TR too much anymore, but just the Maxines, the people I've met have been absolutely amazing. It's been a heck of a year. It started out with the what they call the earthquake now of 2019, meeting Dave and Becca in Santa Rosa here, and having them come to the rancho and meet them, and it seemed to shake the Boyd a lot, that meetup. But you can see the way that things play out over time. Yeah, so I'm very proud of Mark Handler as a friend. D Dubs and I had some good times. Obviously, D Dub is reconfiguring and thinking about his life. He did call me on Thursday or Friday. I did return a call Saturday. I didn't get an answer from him. But I'm not the kind of person to just turn my back on people in life, and I will continue to communicate and be a friend with D, and be very interested in seeing what the future holds. There's something very liberating about your past being out. There's something traumatic about it, but I think we see the realities of things done in childhood versus things done as an adult. So I'm looking forward to that. Need to hook Marshall up in Slab City, so we'll see what happens. Hello, hold on, your top. Here comes the big, the big what? The big earthquake. So it's been a very fascinating year for me, and people like. Hey, Hi Watch, how are you? Nice to see you. People like Tara have stood steadfastly by me through all the upheavals of January, and all the blowback, and all the things of having come and met Marshall and hung out with Marshall. I mean, what can you say about friends like that without reservation, and with no hesitation or reservation, they stand by you. They might not agree with everything you do, but the true friends stand with you and move forward with you. Did you lock your doors? How you doing, Oda May? Hi, Watch says, I was at the slab 3 years. I can tell you Marshall needs to stay away. Missy, at the end of the day, and with all due respect, I really like you being on the channel, and I want to put this out positively. I have to be the one to gauge, the level of the way I feel about things. And when I'm insulted, you'll know it. When I really feel like something cuts to the bone versus being meaningless blather that I've heard for the better part of 5 years, you better believe I'll lower the boom. Have Marshall and I had some words on the van build? Yeah. He when he gets working, he's in full gear. Like today, 6+ hours of strong effort working on the van, but getting in gear. I'm a person that rises early. I like to hit things hard and to get moving during the day. So there's a bit of an incompatibility there, but we work through that. Rah rah rah, sugar cane. How you doing, you beautiful thing, you? It's one of the most beautiful guys I know. Cupcake, how you doing? Nice to see you. So through it all, well, I can't get them out of habit. Certain people, there's things that other people do on YouTube that I don't like at all, and the way that people are attacked and berated, and the vicious stuff that's going on YouTube. I don't like that. I would rather change that than worry about somebody that repeats himself or herself too much. Cupcake, I'm still enjoying the leftovers of last night cooking. I had it for a little bit for morning. My nice shrimp stir fry. I don't usually eat that well. I don't usually eat that well around here, so I've been enjoying that. The fact you haven't lost it says a lot about patience. We all take that. Well, I don't know, Fundy. I mean, it's also good to be a person of principle, also, and I respect that amongst people too. But some people, if you grow up in a crowded city and you endure almost 7 years, on more than 7 years, getting on 8.5 years here on the rancho in a very challenging area with a lot of different diverse people that you have to get along with, or you'll end up with, I dare say, a 45 slug through your head. It teaches you a lot about patience and keeping your cool. Yeah, you have to have a tough skin to be in the public eye daily. There's nothing people like on YouTube more than to watch somebody chimp out on a live stream. I've had two chimp outs in 7 years, so I'd say that's a pretty good record of. So I think the way we're raised, um, it's just maybe generational. It may just be a product of your environment, being raised just the way we're raised. So I don't know what more. So yeah, Thanksgiving week, and it's always a week where I always think about Thanksgiving and how I'd like to kind of replay history in my mind. I mean, I couldn't be there in November of 1863, some months after the Battle of Gettysburg concluded in July 1st, second, third, and fourth of 1863. But I think about what it would have been like to travel with Abraham Lincoln when he had to go up to dedicate the Gettysburg cemetery up there. When the Civil War really still hung in the balance, and how terrible it was, the cost of war, and how he really began the tradition of the real Thanksgiving we know today. And I always think about how much we have thankful for that we did have a preserved Union and a United States. And I just think it's as bad as things may be in this country. I've lived in countries a lot worse. I lived in China just when it was making the change over from communism to capitalism. And I remember staying at some, they wanted you to localize when you were trying to build business and get to know people. So staying within work units in China, and work units are where the government assigned what your job would be. And every morning at 6 a.m., having the loudspeakers come on at full blast on 10 out of 10 with the People's Republic of China anthem being played, and then one of Chairman Mao's speeches being screamed through the public address system, and people lining up like mindless robots and just picking up a shovel and going out to dig a 1,000-mile canal or whatever, and you just think to yourself, wow, they're going to live their lives doing menial labor. They're never going to know the fruits of real freedom, the joys of being able to drink a few beers and socialize and have family vacations, and it makes you very appreciative. And I think it makes you kind of easygoing too about people and life. And there's not many years I've gone by in my life on YouTube where I've not stopped to really appreciate what we have in this nation. I always say live overseas for any one of, I don't know what it is, 178 countries in the world. Well, pick maybe 150 of them, and they're probably not countries that you would want to live your life in. And then come to the United States, and you just realize why so many people want to still want to come and immigrate to this country to build a new life. For people like Marshall, it's all about, and I've seen this in China too, it's all about the homogeneous society. It's all about wanting to be in a place where you feel at home, wherever you look around and everybody's like you, okay? And the only time I saw Marshall ever experience that was in Sterling Heights, Michigan, when we went to the Ishtar restaurant and hung around the Assyrian and the Muslim communities. And it was amazing to see him transform into this different persona with his own people. But I've tried to remind Marshall that the strength of this country is not the fact, yeah, you're in an area here that's 90% Mexican and the food options are all Mexican food. But you can go 4 blocks across town and have some of the greatest Italian food in the United States. You can eat with the second generation Italians there. You can go down to San Francisco. You can have so many different foods. You go to China and places like that. You go to Iraq and places like that. You're not going to find that differences, those cultural differences, those things that make America great is its diversity, and it's bringing together so many different people. Hey D, how you doing, sweetheart? Is Elvis a Christian? Yes, he is. It's often been misunderstood what the Assyrian nation was converted to Christianity. And the sect today is called the Chaldean Christians. And, in my mind, they're almost heroic because in a sea of Islam surrounding Iraq on all sides, they're one small group of people that's hanging on for dear life to their Christianity. I did, D. Thank you. Oh, Judith, this is the Rosie I've missed. Here it is, honey. Hey, Shiloh. I like to observe people, and I like to watch people in their native surroundings. But the thing that I love about America is it's so many different cultures in one country. That it is really the world brought to your door. And we always kind of get these hiccups of waves of immigration back in the 1900s with the anti-Chinese immigration laws and the anti-Japanese and the people complaining about the Irish slobs like Rosie coming into the United States and working for menial wages, and it's every time we get a big bump of immigrants, it's like we're never going to be able to absorb these people. They'll never be Americans, and then they always end up being Americans. I was walking and saw that Rosie's Bakery. I thought of you. That's sweet. We are the melting pot, and we should appreciate that in this country. And I try to open Marshall's eyes to that. But some people have that feeling of we're not slobs. Okay, Valerie. Valerie's like, you're a slob, but I'm not a slob, Rosie. Let's get it right. You're a slob, Rosie, but I'm not a slob. Okay, sorry, Valerie. Don't cut me off, honey. She's been such a great supporter of mine. But it was so fascinating for me when I traveled 10,443 miles this summer, the Great Lakes tour, some of which was with Marshall, some of which was with Dee. And it was so fascinating as we passed through certain areas and just would get the cultural experience of the Mormons, and in Vegas the cultural experience of the drunk and disheveled, and the straight-laced of Omaha, Nebraska, and then moving into Michigan and Toronto. It was so exciting to absorb all these and observe all these different people. We are a Heinz 57 nation. I'm proud of that fact. I just wish everyone could expect each other's individuality for their choice here in the U.S. Hello, Simon. Yeah, change comes uneasy. Cupcakes, yeah. When people get pissy and say speak English, I just laugh. Good night, Sherry. Happy Thanksgiving to you, babe. I hope that you have a good one. So rather than be appalled by different cultures, I find it very fascinating. And I look at history, and it has so many times when massive immigrations of people from overseas have hit the United States, and in each and every case, they've been successfully absorbed and become Americanized in this culture. Terry says some people have a hard time with diversity. He had issues where he lived but loves. Yeah, and may talk about may have underlying racism, but yet wants the those lovely women of color to date. So go figure. Look at what I do, not what I say. Yes, Missy Jan, that would be you. Missy Jan, she's over there preening herself. Good night, Sugar Cane. Love you. God bless. Okay. How you doing, Lavender? But I think diversity is very fascinating to study in all aspects. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, take care, Scott Clark. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, we want to put up a holiday tree. I'll probably go a little light this year. Yes, this will be a showpiece of Christmas here in this area. I've got to kind of throttle back. Quite frankly, my hands have been devastated over the last month or so, and I know I got the copper gloves, but every day I'm pulling wire and doing it takes its toll, and I got to kind of throttle back a little bit and just kind of gear it down to third gear. Lavender says, I'm exhausted. I fed 9 people today. Woo! Good for you, Lavender. Was it baked potatoes? So we'll still have a wonderful Christmas here. And as far as all the, I was listening to G. Mangos's chat for a while I was drifting off. And it's just all the rumor mill about Missy Jen and is she going? And people were putting it out there like.
I actually changed my ticket to Amsterdam. I decided I'm going to Amsterdam.
Now you're going to Amsterdam. All right, Checky Rose. Love you, Cupcake. Nice to see you. So Missy Jen's going to change her destination now to Amsterdam. Maybe tomorrow it'll be Nigeria. She wants to get to the heart of some of these Nigerian scams.
I got a few friends in Amsterdam that I might be able to live on a houseboat for a while.
Yeah, there you go, Yosemite. As much as people,
water canals.
I feel very lucky to be living in California in so many ways, because of the diversity.
Berlin is gonna have to wait.
Oh, there you go, Lavender. So we'll have to see what Missy Jen. Yesterday, Germany, tomorrow, Amsterdam. Who knows? Maybe Nigeria by Wednesday.
Hutu and Tutsi uprising in Nigeria.
Yeah, well, Cheryl, she can get decent care. Treatments are pretty well standardized, and I will say this: You're going to see Missy Jen here for quite a while, as far as the eye can see on the horizon, in my eye. Okay, that's.
I'll take you all choosing to the Amsterdam red light district, Van Gogh Museum. I'll show you the harbor.
I will, but at the end of the day,
Fields,
I love Missy Jen
the
and her
wind
happiness.
blowing, everything.
Yeah.
Windmills. I'll show you
Are you quite
Amsterdam.
through? I'm gonna slap my head over here.
Always remember that the women are
It is sad.
from the other side of the
But as you'll find, some people's lives are incredibly boring, and I think sadly YouTube becomes a reflector on that. And you know, the numbers don't lie of what people enjoy, watching. And they've, as I said last night, uh, you know, bashing on Rosie O'Kelly is always good, the low hanging fruit to grab, and you know, you get kind of used to it. Uh, Jen Kelly wants to know how you take your moringa. One a day.
one in the morning with breakfast. 1,000
Okay.
milligrams once a day for breakfast.
There you go.
Do not take it in the evening.
Don't take it in the evening.
You have to take it in the morning because it gives you energy.
Take it once in the morning. Don't take it in the evening, or you'll be
take it with food.
you'll be tearing up those sheets. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be breaking a nail while you're.
How you doing, Mama
lying in the
Rinda?
pillow.
State Farm raised my insurance to 20 grand a year from 1,000 in Sonora, California. Well, it depends where you live. You know, I'm down on the flat land, and God looks out for the ghetto, and my insurance hasn't budged a bit down here. But if you're up on the hills, what's the dosage, Jen? How many milligrams? 1,000 milligrams per day. Oh, Kelly says I took the second one with dinner and was like, ooh, you were a freak in the sheets that night, Kelly. Hey, Melina, how you doing? Are you gonna hit me?
You can get it on
What?
eBay. You can get it in the grocery
You look
stores.
threatening as you were approaching me. Just,
Yes, that's the way.
Moringa,
Yeah, let me
1,000 milligrams. Let me make sure my melons
Moringa
don't.
Olifera,
Let me make sure my melons don't spill out here.
1,000 milligrams. You can buy it in the grocery stores, in the vitamin aisle. You can buy it in the pharmacies in the vitamin aisle. You can buy it on eBay. You can buy it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Anywhere. It's
Well, that's the way rumors are. That's the way that rumors go. You know, one less than stellar individual gets it in his head that he infers something, and then he tells the town crier, and the town crier gets on the horn with one of the biggest biggest ne'er-do-wells on
Goedemorgen,
YouTube.
goedenavond, goedendag, mijn dames en heren. Hartelijk welkom iedereen.
You told me you wouldn't curse me like that.
Dames and herren, see, I'm starting to get my Dutch back in so that I can go to Amsterdam.
There you go, gone to Amsterdam, right?
I'm already
Send me a postcard.
I'm
Anyway,
already having a tickle in my pickle.
at the end of the day, Missy Jen knows one fact to always hold true on this rancho, and that's at the end of the day, I want Missy Jen to have her pursuit of happiness too. And right now, her pursuit of happiness is on this rancho, being the queen of the rancho. So, she'll always be very special, and I can guarantee you one thing: when and if the day ever comes that Jen hits the road and moves on to a greener rancho, don't hold your breath waiting for some type of exposés about life on the rancho and how awful Rosie was and blah blah blah. I think you'll have a long time waiting to hear something.
You can wait till the moon hits. The moon hits the parallel universe.
That's okay, Simon. I know what your heart is, my friend. You're wunderbar. You're a great guy. Yeah, okay. Hail, Queen Jen. So we roll on. She's been very kind and gracious about the facilities on the rancho. Her interactions with Marshall have been limited in nature. They really live in two separate worlds here on the rancho. But at the end of the day, yeah, she enjoys his company and has taken him shopping and other things, and yeah, talking and integrating him into the rancho life here.
Next week I'll take him to the King Falafel maybe.
Yeah, King
I'll
Falafel.
surprise him because he asked about it. When he got here, he asked about it, so I want to surprise him. I'll take him to King Falafel.
King Falafel liked that review on their restaurant so much they used it as their gateway on their website. Yeah, with Narse, he's like, Aunt Rosie and Aunt Jen, I'm not going to let you eat here. He walked us out the door. So I want to send you Mark, print to you after. Oh, that's sweet, Michelle. That's awful sweet, honey. I would. I have a whole. I have such a wonderful mantelpiece of things that people have sent over the years. Artwork from R.V. Dead. My friend Drew, who passed away over a year ago now, and it's amazing the wonderful things that people do. Yeah, the stock in Moringa is going to skyrocket soon. That's right. I guess everybody's finding out about it. So. So I'd have to judge Missy Jen's happy. I'm trying to move forward and do things to also keep us moving forward, so Jen's not totally discombobulated here on the rancho. With which, like tomorrow we're going to put everything into the workshop, so we don't have anything laying around. The rains are coming. Marshall has been in a horrific mood lately. He seems unhappy. Maybe he needs to go to Chicago. I don't think so. Lavender, I've never seen him happier than he is right now on the rancho. Missy Jen has nothing against Marshall. She's known Marshall for years, so that's more something that really doesn't have a grain of truth with that. Hello, Lucky Beans. Yeah. Always put out what sells best in drama.
Listen to the horse's mouth.
Right. Right. Yeah, so we're going to get that. Everything will be put away tomorrow. I'm going to take my time. I'll pre-upload 4 videos. Yeah, Elvis seems extremely happy, content, and motivated. Yeah. He's working here. We got today we passed a significant milestone that all of the rough electrical has been run now, and there's a lot of new electrical being laid into that coach. The old we're going to keep the old converter box going. I re-energized that and brought that back to its operating voltage, so we can continue to work in the rig. I've fixed lights that weren't working. Pulled about 6 or 7 new electric stations there for things that are going to be put into the coach. Yeah, it'll be fancy on the cheap. Some of the lighting that you will see that will go into the coach. It's cheap enough, makes them happy, gives something to show off, and something to take pride in. And I think that that's a good thing in life. So we'll see. We really don't have any Indian. We have Asian stores here, but we don't have Indian stores. So today was a big milestone on the build. And like I say, we'll save the new converter box. We'll do a 1-day cutover, but I guess Marshall was kind of correct. There's no sense kicking that around, moving dinette frames around, and so much of the build has now been completed. It doesn't appear so, but there's some more carpentry to do, building out a microwave area for the microwave and putting a closet in there. Do you have a dollar? We do have a Dollar Tree here, Judith. Oh, thank you, Friction. Nice to see you. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yeah, apricots. What was for dinner for me was leftover shrimp stir fry. Thank you for those of you that were on last night. It was a good time. I really enjoyed the cooking. It turned out good. It turned out good. It turned out wonderfully. And you know what? It tastes even better the next day when you fluff it up a little bit and put it, heat it up in the microwave. It was really, really delicious. I guess he's making his dinner, Buck. He worked out there pretty hard. I don't know what he had for dinner, Fundy, to tell you the truth. I'm not sure what his, he's responsible for feeding himself, and we've never had any quibbles about that. So that's his responsibility to do that. Usually we have one meal on a Sunday, but because I cooked yesterday and Bobby came over, we decided to have that last night. Missy Jen seems very sprightly, very energetic on the moringa. Homemade soup always tastes better. Yeah, we're going to think about Missy's dad in our thoughts and prayers. Yeah, all that seasoning set in, Katie. Nice to see you, sweetheart. All that, no, we don't have the door of doom yet. No. You guys wait to hear the creaky door. I love that, man. The creaky door of the door creak of doom on that. Yeah, Bobby looked at he was good spirits. You know what was really nice? Oh, that's good, Fundy. You know what was nice is that Bobby texted us that he was coming over yesterday. What a great surprise. That Bobby came over and spent hours. He stayed here until about 9 p.m. He came over about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So it was really great. Hey, JT, what's going on? Nice to see you, my friend. So it was really great to see Bobby. I'm worried about Missy, too. I think about Missy and her dad all the time. Okay, and with the holidays here, and there's a lot of people, um, and I spare a thought for Tucker too, and hope that his health continues. He'll have challenges, of course. Missy's dad will have challenges, but look at it this way: he's got Missy to depend on, and that's cool. My own dad is 90 years old. He has his own significant health challenges right now, so I know what's going on. I know that. Yeah, sure. Tarabu's always been a proponent of Ezekiel bread, and she swears that's a good thing to diet by. So the other good thing to diet by is do a van restoration. Be crawling under the coach. Today I'm tightening down ground straps and torquing them down and running a line for running electric wires under there. Man, oh man, we're all worm dirt in the end. That's right, JT. Rheumatologists like to prescribe gabapentin, aka Neurontin. Yeah, been along. How things going? I'm doing good. Dime, thank you. Love from Australia. I love Australia. Absolutely love it. Got so many wonderful friends down in Australia, and I've seen Aussie shooters come back. It's so great to see. Jessica said, I watched some of your older videos. Didn't know you've been in a relationship with Bobby. It's fun to see you both several years ago. Yeah. Bobby and I transitioned from dating and everything else to being a wonderful friend and a consistent beautiful person for many years, and fully integrated into the life here with Jan on the Rancho. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy for Bobby. Will always continue to be a pillar, as will the boss and Janet in life here, and to be able to spend time with him. Now, Jessica, you're going to really be happy. I'm pulling 4 old vids out of the old archives that you're going to enjoy, I think, while I'm away. They're not going to be introduced by me. but they will be tagged as 2000 as the date of original upload. And I think that you will enjoy and get a few laughs out of some of the things in the hood, my old dog Wolfie, and a few other things here on the Rancho. What year was it when you made that Blizzard video? That was 2014, March 31st, April 1st, bringing Missy Jen to the Rancho. We had to cross the Sierras in a blinding snow, and it was very, very scary. It was whiteout conditions with very deep snow. And I remember the boss texting me. He wanted me to go the night before and leave, and I'm like, we're gonna gamble and have some fun. And I woke up the next day to a text message from the boss: "You're gonna die today." Yeah, thank you, Katie. I encourage people to see the restoration of Shine Check. It's amazing. And I will also direct you to renovating the Rancho, my 5-year journey of what it was like to totally gut this place here. With no kitchen, no walls to speak of, no plumbing, no electric, no nothing in this place. Just me and my dog. That was it. No, it wasn't scarier than the storm. That was actually in west of Cheyenne. Was the worst. Missy's doing good. That storm that D Dubs and I came through west of Cheyenne was the worst driving experience in my life, and I've driven through hundreds of miles through snowy roads and stuff like that. That was the worst of the worst of the worst. It rained literally so hard, and there were 18-wheelers flying by, and the road had hail that was piled like that deep on it. And I literally lost traction, and we're going over top of an overpass for a road below. And I told D, you know what? If I stop here and we spin out, and we can't get traction, we're going to have to literally bail out of the car because we're going to get killed up here because a tractor trailer is going to take us out. A semi is going to take us out. Luckily, we made it, but my God, that was a scary experience. That was terrible. That was terrible. How you doing, Lady Nighthawk? That was the worst conditions. Hi, Cindy. That was the worst conditions. Yeah, we drove through a tornado. That was just terrible. D had a clinched butt for sure on that. You know, I mean, I had his life in my hands at that point, and my little warning thing on the dashboard, no traction. You know, the little yellow thing comes on with the tire and the warning thing. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Spirits, I know that you were on it. I think Monique, there were a lot of people on that stream. And it was, yeah, well, a little bit, Buck, thank you. But, you know, I do remember how to drive on icy roads. We did start to skid. And like I said, I told D, we're going to have to jump out of the rig and just dive for cover because we're going to get totaled by a semi is going to pick us up like a hood ornament, and that's going to be it. That storm, there was nothing in my life that compared to that storm. You remember that, Monique? It was insane, the level of rain. You could not see the road. I dared not pull off the road because there was literally no shoulders to speak of, and it was a freak show. Yeah, it was a terrible, terrible storm, and I hope I never have to go through that again. Yeah, I did okay, Jessica. Yeah, I thought, you know, my van is only like 1,500 pounds. It takes 6 of my vans to equal a Lisa Marie. Okay, that's the weight difference in my van. Okay, so I don't like driving in I-80. And that road, it's a bad weather zone right there. It's a bad, you know, you could see the clash of warm weather and cold weather hitting there. And the temperature dropped down to like something crazy, like in the 30s or 39 degrees, and it was hailing and all that. So it was crazy. It's just one of those places. Every time I've come through Cheyenne, I've had some difficult weather. Oh, he's gonna nine of your van. Well, anyway, I'm sure there's people a lot heavier than Marshall in the community. I bet I can make book on that. So I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'll be back in a minute. All right. Everybody's waiting for the creaky door of doom. I had a percolator I had for a lot of years. The boss made me throw it out. I'm not drinking perk coffee. Actually, percolator coffee was pretty darn good, you know. Good evening, Maggie. I watched the restoration. I have to tell you, brought me to tears. Everything you had to go through and the setbacks. You were one of a kind. That was the worst 2 years of my life, Maggie, by far. By far. That was horrible. I can't do that, Judith, because then people will say I didn't hear the alarm go off, so I could bail out of the chat. That beer can was louder. I got to give you guys a chance to duck and cover, right? Could you imagine everybody like, oh, you oiled that hinge. I can't believe it. Now we don't have it's like the early warning system for a nuclear attack. They've disabled it now, right? Perk coffee was full flavored, true coffee drinking. I think it's pretty good, but it wasn't fast enough, I think, for people. Yeah, you need to hide the oil. You do need your early warning system. Iced coffee for that snuck up. But yeah, you guys don't want a sneak attack. A sneak attack in here. But he's been working hard. I think once he sees the amount of time and money that's being poured in at the current time. Yeah, you can. I think I may have the percolator. I might have hid it from the boss. I have to see. I enjoyed them. You should put a bell over the door so we I just put a GPS tracker that you can all follow on the internet around the rancho. Wow, Andrew said I would literally have one beer and my ex would say I was an alcoholic. Wow, woo-wee. Man, I mean, beer is a staple in Germany, right? I mean, wow. I mean, I have a beer in the evening and it helps me get to sleep. Tie a bell around the neck. So yeah, so we had good progress on the van. What you don't see is all the stuff that's going on underneath the all the under. Hey Scottish, how you doing, sweetheart? There's a lot of it's like building a house. It always looks slow in the beginning when you're putting the foundation in and doing all the putting in the utilities and putting in sewers and roads. It's a time when nothing seems to be done, and then it comes to completion rather rapidly. Beyond that, putting in the infrastructure is a really challenging experience, especially on a very old coach that Coachman cut up. Ford delivers these vans to Elkhart, Indiana, and Coachman chops them up. They remove ribs and they leave all kinds of terrible ragged edges of sheet metal and things, and it's a bite to work with. So I enjoy a beer. I'm not going to apologize, right? Shoot me because I have a beer, right? Right, Tara? Have a scotch. I wanted to talk a little bit, as kind of the main topic tonight was about my thoughts on how YouTube has changed, and really about, I think, where the direction of YouTube might be going. You know, when I first joined YouTube back in 2013, of course, like many of you have been around many more years on YouTube than I did. I was a consumer of YouTube videos for years before I ever put up a video. I would look up something on Google and there would come a YouTube video and I would watch that video and check it out. And when I first joined in 2013, there wasn't a realization of maybe because the community was smaller and you start out with a very small channel and maybe you have 100 subscribers. So you kind of get this sense that it's a great sweet world out there. And then as your channel grows and you mature and you put up more content, and then time goes by and YouTube introduces new features to YouTube. And then the advent of live streaming and things like that, it really did change the complexion of YouTube in a major way. And I remember some people that were big content creators that were small when I knew them, like Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, when the live streams came out, he ran the other way from them. You know, and you see people like in the community, Mike Living Free, maybe once every 6 weeks or something, he'll do a live stream because they realize it's going to be an interaction that they may or may not enjoy in a lot of ways, and they have to be very heavily moderated. But you know, I don't know what you guys think about the future direction of YouTube. I mean, for those of you who have been around for a long time, do you think, yeah, it's funny, Red Pill, do you think that the direction will be better? Or do you think with everything YouTube's, they have so many plates spinning in the air right now, do you think that it's going to just take a nosedive and create hipsters like, I think we're screwed? I could think of something to say, hipster, but you would slap me in my red face if yeah, Cheryl says so many videos being taken down lately in the slot and poker community for bunker. I mean, I've done the same thing. I've removed over 4,000 videos. They're not horrendous videos. They're not videos that are going to shake anybody's foundations or things like that. 4,000 videos, 5 million views being knocked out of a channel. So what does it do? It changes the history of the channel, and it makes it, instead of a smooth straight line that people could follow, and the evolution of Rosie O'Kelly and the craziness, it now becomes a jagged kind of, it becomes a twisting mess. I don't know, Lavender. Well, you have to do it. Didn't remove the video and became. Well, that kind of stuff is okay, but Mike Living Free thinks his channel may be in trouble. I don't think so. But it's a shame. It's going to complain. It's going to change the complexion. I feel bad for the people that specifically did create videos for children and young adults. I watched this one channel, Tonka the Malamute, and funny seeing these dogs frolic around and play around and swim in the pool, because I had a Malamute Shepherd mix. And just to see her giving this heartfelt message of how she's in serious trouble with her channel because kids watch the channel. Luckily for my channel, I was able to just check a box, and none of my stuff has ever been made for kids. Do we literally have to go into all our videos to change them? No, there was a master box that you could check, but don't assume it sticks. I've gone through and saw some videos, even though I checked the master boxes, were still unchecked as to whether they were for kids or not. So it's taken a lot of checking. Where's our Baltimore Clipper song? I think I'm going to give the Clippers a rest until Friday when I come back, Judith. I'm going to make you long for that song so much you're not going to see straight when that song comes in. So, I feel bad for the people that have worked hard and built up their channels. And there's some channels that just read books for children and things. And I think they're the ones that are really going to feel the pinch. A lot of them have. Um, a lot of them have sustained their lifestyle on the back of YouTube. And that's going to, like I always told people, don't ever build your life on YouTube. I've tried to tell Marshall, don't ever build your whole life on, oh, I'm a celebrity. Okay. Okay, that's going to save you when the hammer falls. We can go down to 901 Cherry Street in San Bruno and stand outside of YouTube and demand our rights out there. So it's going to be interesting to see. There's just some people that have built major money streams. For the most part, Boyd's chunking out a little money here. But there's some of these channels that are pulling in 10, 15,000 bucks a month, 20,000 bucks a month, and I mean it's insane the money that comes in. And now all of a sudden it's like, whoa. Oh man, and I think to myself, holy smokes, a lot of you don't care these Disneyland chats I share with Mike just to keep them from destroying the house. There's some great content that's directed for kids out there. I've looked at it. Spanky says, I thought for a long time YouTube wants to become Netflix and they want to get rid of 2-bit channels. Yeah, the problem with that, as I said before, Spanky, they're cutting off the farm system. One of the beautiful things about YouTube is that you could upload it to it, and sometimes you could strike gold and really, really do great content and become a known person in the world because of YouTube. I wonder how many people will be turned off from the prospect of being creators now. Lavender says, I never let my kids have social media till they were over 18. Yeah, it's okay, Andrew. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I've been working on just cleaning it up anyway because of the terms that were had already been in place. And this COPA doesn't really force me to do too much beyond what I've already done on the channel. Do you see the big cheating scandal the Astros did when they won? Yeah, it's kind of a shame, Monique. It's going to put a little bit of a tarnish on a championship. It's terrible. Cheating in sports. I went through that whole friggin' thing with Barry Bonds and who was the guy that played for the Cardinals that screwed up baseball statistics forever. On the home run. With what's his name's record from Roger Maris's all-time home run record. It's kind of sad. It may be worse than the the White Sox scandal. Yeah, so it's terrible. Yeah, Cope is not going to cause like people on the Boyd. Nothing that people produce on the Boyd. Yeah, Mark McGuire. Nothing that people produce on the Boyd is going to fall into COPA rules. I mean, I got people removing stuff from their backgrounds in case a kid sees it. Come on, man. Yeah, Sammy Sosa, all that. They ruined the statistics of home runs in baseball. Absolutely wrecked that. Yeah, they should name a baseball team the Blackfish Nets. They'd probably put more people in the seats, I'll tell you that. Who doesn't like seeing chicks in bikini playing softball, right? Right, Oda May? was like, shut up, Rosie. The hoisting Aster. Well, it's going to be problematic, Monique. It's going to be it's going to cause quite a rage in Houston. True, really big time sports scandals are pretty few and far between. But a lot of BS goes on. I told you that there was a sports announcer that used to be an NBA coach for the Fort Wayne Pistons. His name was Charlie Ekman. And he went on to become an NBA ref. And when they would play games in Denver, and he was a heavy smoker, he would be so winded in the Mile High City, running up and down the court trying to keep up with the basketball players as a ref. He said, I'd get so winded I would just blow some ridiculous foul on somebody just to stop the game so I could catch my breath. I thought that's pretty honest. Spanky says YouTube screwed up data mining miners and now making content creators responsible. What looks to me. Yeah, exactly. They demoted Nolan. Yeah, it's a lot of fallout's going to come from that, Monique. A lot of fallout's going to come from that. You wait and see. It's going to be a lot of fallout. It's kind of sad in a lot of ways, the reality of that. But as far as YouTube is concerned, I think they have to be very careful how they whittle away things here. And anybody that says they're just going to take out channels that don't have content is nonsense. It's not going to be the case when the requirement is that you have to create a channel to even comment on YouTube. It's nonsensical to think that they're going to be taking out. Frequent Flyer said there's a family that uses their underage daughter in their vids. They have half a million viewers. Well, there's a channel I watch. That's right, Golden State. Parents want YouTube to do the parent. There's a channel I watch called Less Junk, More Journey. And it features, it's a wonderful young family from Tennessee. And their daughter, who basically started traveling with a 2-year-old as a 2-year-old, and how she's grown up to a 5-year-old. People can't even comment on the videos. Okay. And I'm just saying, we've reached a point of ridiculousness about that you can't even have a family. Man, I'm glad my kids are, old bats now, but I'm just saying, wow, it's insane that they can't even do the things that they love to do as a family. And now they're under the gun of being, I don't know if they'll be demonetized. Didn't they say they won't promote or allow notifications for kids' content? Yeah, I don't know. You don't want to spend the money instead of just throwing it. Yeah, I think so, Terry. I think so. But you can bet a lot of people, I've been working on my channel for months, this one, but a lot of people have been frantically doing a lot of house cleaning over the last week or so. Some people have hidden their channels, and as if that's going to stop the YouTube bots from finding it. YouTube bots find everything. My curiosity, if I film my 2 kids in my channel, are going to consider my channel kids or not, Jay? Yeah, they're going to consider it a kids channel, Amy. Keep your kids off of YouTube. Keep your youngins off of YouTube, babe. You're a strong family values woman anyway, so my child content basically gets shadow banned. Yeah. Yeah, I think so, Spanky. I mean, it's extremism always rules and then they come back again. But you can bet it's an advertising-driven platform. And when those advertisers tell them drain the swamp and stuff, they do it. They do it quick. Yeah, don't film them anymore, Amy. Just keep your kids off of. You got a big channel. You got a lot of viewers. You have content that a lot of people watch. Yep. Yeah, leave it to Beaver. Ward, you were a little hard on the Beaver last night. What a classic line. What a classic line. So it's going to be interesting. We've been through these shakeups, not to the extent now. It seems every time you turn around, there's some new thing coming down the pike. It's like I've never seen a major corporation running so scared right now. Spanky says, I love YouTube and hate seeing changes that ruin the great content. I think a lot of us love YouTube. It's where we turn to. So many of us, including me, I watch TV maybe 4 times a year now. I mean, YouTube is my whole pipeline to news, to information, everything from fishing to metal detecting to baking to some of the drama channels. It's like the whole deal. I think he became a highway patrolman. I'm not sure. Eddie Haskell. He's the one that really made Leave It to Beaver for me, was Eddie. Gee, Mrs. Cleaver, you look lovely today. Well, what a great smell. Are you cooking, Mrs. Cleaver? Why, yes, Eddie. I'm making a pot roast for dinner tonight. Oh, my mom never makes pot roast. I'm going to go home, probably not really have anything good to eat tonight. Eddie, would you like to stay for dinner? Gee, thanks, Mrs. Cleaver. I never magnet fished before. You'd be totally lost if you stopped doing videos. You're funny, Spanky. I found you because of YouTube. Thank you, Karina. Yeah, it's people like Spanky that really put spice into YouTube. Somebody comes up to you on the streets of Cheyenne, Wyoming. You don't know if this guy's gonna knock your block off or what he's about. It's like Mr. Dirty. It's Mr. Dirty. Like, what are you about, mate? Right? But they add so much spice. Now I'll be up half the night. Leave It to Beaver shows on YouTube. Well, I'm just saying, Simon. It'll be a ridiculous. There'll be so much gutting going on. There'll be so many channels that are basically destroyed. I just thank my stars that I don't think I have one single thing about kids on my channels. You know, I was always the hoe of YouTube, so I never really went down that. Never had anything. Yeah, you didn't want to startle you ladies on the corner of the street. Yeah, you were very thoughts of, whoa. Hey, matronista. Hey, man, I've been waiting a half hour to register in this hostel. Whoa. Whoa. Everybody take a step back. I have a situation that's developed here. Okay, it's 105 degrees, no air conditioning. There's 10 of us stuffed in front of Woman's registration desk. Okay, we'll take a step back. Allow me to go over the rules of the hostel. Number 1, adopt a spirit of helpfulness and congeniality when you enter these presents. Hey, man, I'm trying to register. I had a 15-hour flight from Nigeria. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, Sandy, wait a minute. Hold on. Don't register anybody. Let me just have your undivided attention. Hey, man, do you see there's a vibe going on in here? Do you not get my vibe, what I'm doing? Man, are you from Ohio or something? What? Just, whoa, you've just broke my whole spirit for today, huh? No, don't open your mouth. You're gonna further reduce the spirit of happiness within this community. And we're all like, let's see, 99 douchebags on the wall, 99 douchebags at the hostel. You take one down. Hey, man, can I have a towel? Whoa, just hold it. You know, you come up to. I know you're a nice person. What's your name, Rosie? Rosie, we'd like you here. You're kind of special in our community. Ooh, cool. But you know, you break the vibe when you just come up and you shatter the silence at the registration desk. What you should do, Rosie, is just kind of stand forward, stand there, and in the course of my activities, I will raise my eyes. I will notice that you are at the registration counter. Okay. At that time, I will be in a spirit of conducive friendliness to you to help you at that particular time. Okay. Now, should you need to be conversant in the rules, I direct you as I've posted them here. They're posted in the kitchen, they're posted in the bathrooms, and in every one of the community halls where you'll be sleeping in tonight. Now, what did you need? I need the guy above me to wash his fucking feet. That's this guy had a real rap to him, man. He had a real rap. That's going to be the future for me. Hostels and stuff like that. There'll be more of that stuff coming. I'm just in a little bit of a railroad siding right now. Yeah, isn't that funny? I'm just telling you, man. This guy just like it's 105 degrees. There's no AC. There's sweaty Koreans and Brazilians and me and D and there's 8 people and this guy's moving so slow. I'll tell you, Scottish. Every time you approach this guy, there was always a speech. Oh, hey, is it Rosie? How you doing today? It's Rosie, right? Yeah. How you doing, Chet? You know, Chester. What? Whoa. You know, we try to get. Look, don't speculate on somebody's name. Okay. I've got Korean people. You saw me eating breakfast with them right in my video. I got Korean people at the hostel. You know, Rosie, I make a point to remember Ho Chi Kim. You know, Kim Chi Ho or whatever. You know, the name is Adam, not Chester. Okay, but you know, we like you here. You're cool. Hey, we're having. Did you pick up your discount coupons? They're giving buy one get one free at the strip club over there tonight for you know. Okay. Brain. He must have been brain damaged from the toxic fumes. That, that place just stunk to high heaven. I don't know when I'm going to go back. Thank you, Vicky. I don't know when I'm going to go back. You saw me eating breakfast. I had that live stream with my Korean pals in there. How you go? I haven't forgotten the name since. Yeah, I'm going to send you a case of Febreze. Yeah. That was tough. I think there was one guy that was from LA. He was all stopped up, man. He was in the upper bunk. I also think he was jerking it, looking down at me on the lower bunk down. I'm not patting myself on the back, but I'm just saying, you know. All I saw was that. Oh man, five guys in a tranny in one room, you know, triple bunk bed. I wouldn't trade those experiences for anything, man. I wouldn't trade that for anything. That's what life is about. I mean, so many people are like, you know, Rosie, how could you? You know, I wouldn't be caught dead in a hostel. And man, you're missing the experience of daytime and afternoon hanging out with these people and from all over the world. This is the kind of content that you'd like me to bring you guys on the channel. It makes you appreciate your home, frequent flyer, for sure. But there's something about being on the road. And if you're cheap like I am, it's perfect for your lifestyle. You know, $20 a night, and you're in there. Yeah, hanging out with people in all their natural sense. And girls from France didn't shave their armpits. I'm like, whoa, you know, I do. What's wrong with you? Hey, Whiskey, how you doing, babe? Happy Thanksgiving to you too, Jero. So, but man, I'm out to experience life. And to me, life is lived spicier at the low end than it ever will at the high end. I know people like to Robin Leach write lifestyles that are rich and famous. You know, tonight we're aboard the mega yacht, right? That doesn't do it for me. I don't enjoy that stuff. For me, life is salty and peppery at the low end, man. The harder to scramble for the daily bed, the daily bread, the more fun it is. Yeah, Monique, the shitting man instead of burning man. Oh, Monique, you're too precious, honey. Yeah, right. That was a hell of a night. Yeah, the shitting man. Isn't that great though? I mean, people berate me, you go out and find homeless people. No, I just go out chooching and I encounter people along the way. Not once have I ever gone out with the intention of finding homeless people and hanging out. Remember the night we ran into Cadillac and Tiger and all them and had a little pop up party. Man, we had a good time. Best chooch ever. Yeah, the roaches and everything. Isn't life more fun? I mean, I could be down at the Bellagio, right? Here's the fountains. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. And I'm thinking, fly the friendly skies. Yeah, I'm a homeless magnet. Thank you, Matronese. And I hope you're doing well, honey, by the way. Hey, Michaela, happy early Thanksgiving. Yeah, that would have been something. Marshall can't get into the spirit of those kind of chooches. That was the good thing about D. He had a lot of flexibility about whatever I suggested to do. D was down with it, and it made it very easy going, whether we were going out in 106-degree heat or whatever. Mark Handler's the same way. Mark Handler's like, whatever you want to do. Whatever. He was even prepared to go hang out at the strip club. With this, I said, that's all right, Mark. We'll just do a street shoot. Thank you, Brooke. Yeah, Mark Handler is just incredible. But don't you guys enjoy? I mean, I know there's high-end YouTube channels that are going to talk about fancy purses and $25,000 tennis bracelets, but man, doesn't life just sizzle when you're cheap like I am and at the low end and just trying to stretch your bucks as far as you can? I thank you, CC Niwatiwa. Thank you. Did I say that right? Yeah, I prefer really I prefer really, I don't want to say low end content, but I want to see where I want to be with the masses because I am with the masses. Oh wow, Golden State, that's pretty wild. Oh, thank you, Amy. I like your channel too, honey. Been binge watching some of your stuff. You have the greatest personality. You have the prettiest face, and when you smile and you have rosy cheeks and everything, it's really amazing. I'm so glad. And if you guys make content, let me know so that I can. I mean, Amy's been on here forever, and I'm like, oh my God, she does content. I mean, she does. She's got videos 2,000 views and stuff. I mean, she's cranking it out. You know how to find them, Rosie. Woo. Well, if you're a people person like I am, if I meet somebody on the street, there's no racial bias, there's no cultural bias, there's no money bias, there's no cheap alcohol, no expensive alcohol bias. You know what I'm saying? You're meeting everybody on equivalent terms. So when I'm walking Fremont Street, I can go over and see Cowboy and hang out with him a while. The guys are all black over there. They accept me like I'm a soul sister over there. I'm like a rock star when I roll in. I mean, I love that. You know, friendship is really and truly colorblind, and it does not matter. You know, extending an act of kindness will open doors of friendship. When somebody, how you doing, Dick? And when somebody comes out and they say, "Hey, hold on a minute, Rosie, let me get a bucket for you to sit on," and they turn a 5-gallon bucket. They tell somebody else, they shoo them off the bucket and come over and, "Here, sit there and make yourself comfortable." There's no greater hospitality in the world. And people say, "Oh, you know, you use the homeless for content." No, I make content about my interactions and my life with people and the way I like to do that. Say hi, be cool, and hang out. Say, yeah, yeah, that's all we need. And you enrich these people's lives, and they're happy to see you. And you remember what they're all about. You remember their names. And that just thrills them. All of a sudden, you know, I'm a real believer. Everybody counts for something in the world. Everybody matters in some way or another. They were some of the coolest and nicest people I've seen. I wonder if I would have done as well if I was chooching around, say, the Win. I wonder if I would have had more interesting conversations down there. You know, okay, I have my Daisy Dukes and stuff. Okay, you know, I know what you guys are saying. Rosie, you look like a $2 Las Vegas Boulevard hoe. Hey, Sean, I know. I can hear. I have telepathy. I know what you're thinking out there. I know what you're thinking. Okay, maybe not the Win. You know, the thank you, Real Stream. Nice to see you, CJ in the chat, the very handsome CJ. How you doing, CJ? Let me give you a yeehaw. Woo! Always nice to see you on the chat stream. One of the cutest guys you'll ever see on YouTube. I was surprised by the amount of homeless in Vegas. Marshall was shocked by the magnitude of homelessness here in Santa Rosa. It so far surpasses Las Vegas. It's almost epic in magnitude up here. I don't know why, because they give so much out. Yeah, I like CJ a lot. I really enjoyed his visit. I hope that we have a chance to stream together. Hang out. Did you say hello to Puppet Guy? He's in the chat. Hello. Hello, Timmy. Nice to see you, the Puppet Guy. What's going on, Tribe? Nice to see you. Had a nice flyby visit from Tribe yesterday on my live stream. Anyway, I've never seen anything in. Now, I will say this, yes, when you cross from Woodlawn Cemetery in Las Vegas and you cross, what is that? I think that's still Las Vegas Boulevard out there. You do pass that homeless place that the magnitude of it is unbelievably epic in scale. It still looks like something from Gone with the Wind. That pull away you've seen at the train yard where the wounded are being returned to Atlanta or whatever, and it just people were so shocked to see 500 people sleeping under fans and things, just sweating it out there at nighttime. Tribe. Yeah, I think I will. CJ. I just enjoy your. I enjoy the way you run your. You're not without your controversy, but at the end of the day, you're really a very reflective person. Yeah, it looked apocalyptic, didn't it? Now I remember. I remember. I tried to go into the homeless place, and I had my camera, and the guy's like, "Well, you got to go through the pat down and the security." And God, it was that night. It was 106 degrees, and I was literally dying. And I went through. I turned my camera off, And I went inside and I went through the security thing and I got patted down, gone in. And what was nice, I turned to my right, there was a table set up, and the first thing I saw was two very lovely black ladies there, happy, smiling, sweating, and handed me two water bottles right there, two ice cold water bottles. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. CJ, I'm going to be out of town Tuesday, and I won't be back till Friday. But I would take a rain check on that if it's okay, and we can hang out. I think it would be pretty cool. And I just remember coming out of there, and I brought Dee a water out too, and I was just like, man, I saw something that's going to shatter your mind. There were 500 people on the left sleeping on mats, and over on the right were 500 people sleep on the right side. And it burned into my brain. And there were hundreds of people sitting at picnic tables there too. It was unbelievable. Yeah, I try to take you to places that the tourists aren't going to go to because they have brains in their head. You know, the Black Widow tours and going out to the cemeteries for the Black Widows. And that wasn't that funny to take Marshall out there and Mr. Z with his. I'm hoping I can make. Okay, I'm going to go down to LA, CJ. Going to go down to LA and I'm going to take some time off. I've been going at hammer and tong, but this van building, I've got to rest my hands. I got to get away for a while to get my head straightened out. So I'm just going to pull away and not think about wiring and wood and screws and nails and hammers and drill guns and all that. Go to Desert Mine. Wig snatchers can get her. That's right, wig snatcher. But I don't get any joy. I don't get much joy out of walking the strip. There's a gal I follow there, Julie's Buffet Reviews, and she was talking about how difficult it is even to walk down the Las Vegas Strip these days because of the way that they've got. You have to go over up elevators to walk over, and it's such a mess. It looked like they tried to hide it from the public. There you go. Thank you, Mikhail. I love you, honey. I met you in Omaha, the Queen of Omaha, Nebraska, out there, and it was awesome to meet you. The thing is, as I told you guys, life is lived more spicy at the lower income levels. It doesn't mean that you seek it out, but that's having come from nothing, and it's where you feel your most comfort talking to and associating with those people. I mean, I got nothing in common with people at the Wynn or the at the Venetian Hotel or any Cosmopolitan. I don't even know how to relate to these people when you go into that kind of place. The streamer, yeah, lots of IRL. Yeah, I had a dream one time of joining the CX network down there, and I started to make some inroads, and then the CX network fell apart because the egos were too big. But we'll save that for your stream. I'll spill the tea, man. I'll spill the whole tea on that. Plastic Petey in Hollywood West. I'll do all that kind of stuff. So, lots of stuff to look forward to there. But there's something very sweet about being down on street level. Yeah, it's dangerous. I mean, I could get a knife plugged into me at any time, or a 38 level to my head. What's up, Coach? But I would rather do that and just go out with my boots on than not have lived life. Thank you, Poppy. You're so sweet. Let's give Poppy a big woo shake there. Shake, rattle, and roll. Yeah, you should stay at places like the Wynn. Cheryl said, I come from like, yeah, and that there's nothing wrong. Be proud that you save your money, you work hard, and that you treat yourself to a first class vacation. I could never look down on anybody that does that. I could stay at the Wynn too and enjoy it, um, like something out of Pretty Woman in the bubble bath. Pretty woman walking down the street. Yeah, so I'm just saying, but it's just I get more flavor out of staying like that at the Manor and Circus, the $19 a night shoot 'em up places behind the casino, the murder capital hotel of Las Vegas, and being in the hostels and stuff. That's so much more fun. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. Sometimes I remember to carry my pepper spray. Sometimes I don't. If I had my pepper spray, Mr. Dirty would have gotten the first. Mr. Dirty turned out to be a really nice guy. I haven't seen anybody seen Mr. Dirty around. Yeah, Real Streams is really cool. Check him out. Anybody seen Takes You Down Skid Row? He's founded here in Santa Rosa Tribe. Go look at J.K. NoCal's video. We have a homeless encampment that literally stretches 1 mile long. There, it's crazy. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call a little earlier. I got a big day tomorrow packing. I've got to pre-upload some 2013 videos to give you guys a laugh at me and Wolfie out on the street, the neighborhood flasher who was in his pants on the stream, and some other great content too. So I want to thank you guys for being along. CJ Real Streams, thank you, my friend. I will catch up to you. Love to panel up with you and talk about some crazy old stuff. Keep on doing what you're doing. All right, everybody. I won't probably see you alive. I may tomorrow on the van build, but you guys are awesome, and I really appreciate and thankful for each and every one of you in my life. Just kidding. I hate you all. I don't. Good night, everybody.